Okay, continuing with our video lessons. Okay, today we're going to do video lesson number 9. This is a quick review of what we saw in the last class. Okay, remember that we're doing interior and exterior angles of polygons. Okay, this topic can be found on page 86 on your books. Okay, and today we're going to work some exercises so that we can practice these formulas. Okay, so on page 86, okay, what we're doing is we're talking about the interior and exterior angles of polygons. Okay, now the two formulas that you need to remember, okay, when we're talking about interior and exterior angles of polygons is this one. Okay, this is the first formula. The sum of the angles inside a polygon, okay, is going to be 180. Remember that this is a multiplication. Okay, so it's going to be 180 times n minus 2. Okay, and remember that n is the number of sides of the polygon. Okay, so if a polygon has 100 sides, then we're going to substitute 100 minus 2 times 180. And that's going to be the sum of the interior angles of a polygon. Okay, and this formula is for the exterior angles of the polygon. Okay, so we're going to divide 360 divided by n, which is the number of sides of the polygon, and that's going to be the measurement of the exterior angles of a polygon. Okay, so if n is equal to 12, okay, let's say that it's a 12 side polygon, then we're going to divide 360 divided by 12, which is going to be 40. Okay, and 40 is going to be, sorry, not 40. Okay, but 360 divided by 12, and that's going to give us, for example, the measurement of the exterior angles, which is going to be 30, not 40. Okay, sorry. Okay, so these are the two formulas that you need to remember. Okay, we're going to do some exercises from the book, okay, so that we can practice these formulas. Okay, the first exercise that we're going to do is on page 89. Okay, the first exercise is going to be this one. Okay, page 89, we're going to do number 2 first. Okay, if you notice on page 89, number 2 says, find the measurement of the sum of the interior angles. Okay, so the sum of the interior angles of a heptagon. Okay, so if we check our books, okay, on page, let me double check, on page 84, we know that an heptagon has 7 sides. Okay, so the number of sides, which is n, is going to be 7. Okay, so if we're looking for the sum of the interior angles, okay, of an heptagon, okay, that means that we need to apply our formula. Okay, so we're going to take 180, okay, according to the formula, times n minus 2. Okay, and we know that n is 7. Okay, so we're going to do 180 times 7 minus 2. Okay, that is 180 times 5. Okay, so the sum of the interior angles of an heptagon, okay, is going to be what? 180 times 5. Okay, so 180 times 5, 900. Okay, so that is the sum of the interior angles of a heptagon. Okay, now what if we have a bigger number? Okay, on page 89, for example, what about exercise number 3? Exercise number 3 says the sum, we're looking for the sum of the interior angles, okay, interior angles of a 21-sided polygon. Okay, so what do we do with a 21-sided polygon? Okay, that is n. Okay, so we bring this n into our formula, and we would have 180 times n minus 2. Okay, so that's going to be 180 times 21 minus 2. And that's going to be 180 times 19. Okay, so the sum of the interior angles of a 21-sided polygon is going to be 180 times 19. 3,420. Okay, so this answer is going to be 3,420 degrees. Okay, and that's our answer. Okay, so what are we doing? We're taking the formula that we know about the sum of the interior angles, okay, and we apply it into the polygon that we're looking for. Okay, this was an heptagon, so that means 7 sides. Okay, and then we just multiply. And remember that since they are angles, they have to be degrees. Okay, and what happened here? We're looking at a 21-sided polygon. Okay, and we apply the n into the formula. 21 minus 2 is 19. Okay, so 180 times 19, and the sum of the interior angles of a 21-sided polygon is going to be 3,420. Okay, so here we are just applying the formulas. Okay, so you have to be careful. Now, let's do another type of exercise. What if we have a certain figure and we need to find the measurement of one of the angles? Okay, we're going to do number 6. Okay, I'm going to do the drawing real quick. Okay, so it's going to be like this. Now let me do it in another color. Okay, so we're going to have a triangle like this. Okay, and we have an extension here. Okay, and the angle that we're looking for is here. Okay, this angle X. Now, on exercise number 6, if you notice on your books, they give us the measurement of the interior angles. Okay, for example, they're telling us that this angle is alpha. Okay, this angle is beta, and this angle is y. Okay, and they're telling us that alpha is 54.5. Okay, they're telling us that beta is 80.94. Okay, and they're also telling us that y is equal to 44.61. Remember that this exercise is on page 89. Okay, so what do we need to know about these exercises? Okay, we know that the sum of these angles, because this is a triangle, okay, it has to be 180. Let's check it, just so that we can know if it's correct. Okay, so 54.5 plus 80.94 plus 44.61 has to be exactly 180. Okay, so here we have it. Okay, I think I missed a decimal point, but the sum has to be 180. Now, what do we know about the extension of this exterior angle? Okay, we know that if we take this figure here, all of this measurement over here, okay, has to give us 180. Okay, so we apply the formula that we know, and we apply it here. Okay, what do we know? We know that this angle alpha and this angle x give us this whole measurement. Okay, so x plus alpha has to be 180. So we just apply this into a little formula. Okay, so we know that x plus alpha has to give us 180. Okay, because remember, this angle plus this angle has to give us 180, because this, all of this extension is 180. The half is going to be 90. Okay, remember that this is like when we're talking about a Cartesian plane. Okay, it's going to be 180. Okay, so x plus alpha has to give us 180. Okay, so we just substitute the number that we know. Okay, so if we have x plus alpha, and alpha we know that it's 54.5, okay, and we know that the rest is equal to 180. Okay, so then we just solve like it's a normal equation. Okay, this one is positive, we move it to the other side, negative. Okay, so it's going to be 54.5. Okay, so 180 minus 54.5. Okay, let's put it here. 180 minus 54.5. Okay, let's put it in our calculators. And we have 125.5. Okay, so we know for a fact that x is 125.5. Okay, and that would be the measurement of angle x. What did we do? We know that this angle plus alpha has to give us 180. So if we have this measurement here, then we just need to calculate the formula of 180 equals x plus alpha. Okay, and that's how we get this angle. Remember, it's degrees. Okay. Now, let's do a different type of exercise. Let's do a pentagon. Let's do number 7. Okay, what do we have in number 7? Okay, in number 7, we have a pentagon. Okay, so let me draw it real quick. Okay, so we have this pentagon. Okay. And if you remember that this exercise is on page 89. Okay, so what do we know about this pentagon? Okay, do we know the measurements of the angles? Yes. We know the measurements of all the angles except this one. Okay, this angle is angle x. Okay, so this angle over here, which is y, is, let's see, 104.46. This angle here, which is, let's call it z, is 124.76. Okay, what about this angle here? This angle beta is equal to 89.26. And this angle here, which is alpha, okay, is 101.69. Okay, so the first thing that we need to know is, okay, we have this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, and we need this one. Okay, so what formula are we going to apply first? Remember that this is a pentagon. Okay, so what do we know about the interior angles of the pentagon? We have to apply this formula. Okay, the sum of the interior angles of a polygon is 180 times n minus 2. Okay, so that's the first formula that we need to apply. Okay, so the sum of the interior angles is 180. Okay, 180 times n minus 2. Okay, this is 180. This is a pentagon, so it's 5 minus 2. Okay, 180 times 3, okay, is 540 degrees, right? Okay, so why do we need this 540? Because this plus this plus this plus this plus this has to give us 540. Okay, so that means that to find x, we sum all of the angles inside and we equal it to 540. Okay, so we have 124.76 plus 104.46 plus 101.69, okay, plus 89.26, and because of space I'm going to put it here, plus x. And this is the sum of the 5 angles. X, which is this one, and then 124, 104, 101, 89. Okay? And all of this has to give me what? 540. Okay? So what do? I add them up, okay, so that I can have one complete number. I add the ones that I have, okay? So I put, let me see if I can put it here so that we can see it. Okay, remember that this is on the book. Okay, so I'm just going to read them from the book. Okay, so the measurement of the angles that we know is 104.46 plus 124.76 plus 89.26 plus, now let me double check, yes, and the 101.69. Okay, this is 420.17. Okay, so it's going to be x plus 420.17 is equal to 540. Okay, and this one is positive, moves to the other side, negative. Okay, so 540 minus 420.17, how much is that? Okay, we just subtract, and we have that x is equal to 119.83. Okay, and here we have our answer. Okay, now how did we get this answer? Okay, remember, we come to the polygon. Okay, we know that the sum of the interior angles of a polygon is this formula, 180 times n minus 2. Remembering that n is equal to the number of sides of the polygon. Okay, so we bring it here and we put this angle plus this angle plus this angle plus this angle plus this angle. Okay, it has to give us 180 and minus 2. Okay, and it has to give us 540. Okay, we already know this. Okay, this is from the original formula. Now, since we know that the sum of all of these angles has to give me 540, okay, then I just add this one plus this one plus this one plus this one plus this one has to give me 540. And if I am missing one, I just apply it as a normal formula. Okay, so I do x plus this angle plus this angle, okay, plus this angle plus this angle has to be 540. Okay, so that I can do it more easily, I just add all of these angles, okay, and that's 420.17 plus x has to give me 540. Okay, then I just subtract, and the missing number is the measurement of the angle in degrees of x. Okay, so this is why we need to remember the original formulas, okay? Because we need them to solve the exercise, okay? So under this video, you're going to find a link with some exercises, okay? They're probably going to be from the book, or I'll just draw them up and put the picture with the link. Okay, so make sure to check them out. If you have any questions, please let me know, okay?